Hi guys, welcome to the Marshall online demo for this, the Marshall 1962 HW, which is part of the Marshall hand-wired range. The 1962 you may be familiar with. It's also known as the Bluesbreaker and is one of the original Marshalls from the 1960s. This is out now in its original hand-wired format, and what we're going to do is take a look across the front panel, check out some of the sounds you can get from this. It's a very, very simple amp to use. It's 30 watts output. It has ECC 83 valves in the preamp, KT 66 valves in the power stage, and the speakers are Celestion G12C 12-inch speakers. So across the front panel, you've got a pretty regular setup. You've got presence, bass, middle, treble, 2 volumes, 4 inputs, and also a valve-driven tremolo. What we're going to do, I'm plugged into the top left input, input number 1, and we're going to check out the sort of sound you get with the volume on about 2. Start winding that volume up now, it will start to break up as you'd expect. This is now with the volume on half, and I'm going to use the back pickup of the guitar for this bit. So it's just got that completely authentic Marshall bite to it. By taking the volume up a stage further up to about 3/4, the sound really then starts to become that sort of synonymous tone known with this amp. So pretty much everything you need, you know, just as I said, a very straightforward tone machine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually plug into the second input and use the second volume so you can hear the difference in tone. You can also jump these channels together as you can with a lot of the old 4-input Marshalls. But to give you an idea of what they do individually, I'm now going to plug into input number 2. You'll hear that the tone is a little darker than the one that you just heard. So this is now on input number 2. And then winding that second volume all the way up, you don't get quite as much drive, but you get that whole kind of darker tone thing. Now, one thing, as I mentioned earlier, is the valve-driven tremolo that you've got inside the amp, and there's 2 controls representing that on the front panel. You've got speed and you've got depth, or intensity, as it's known on the front panel. It comes with a foot switch, and the tremolo is activated by just clicking the switch. And now what I'm going to do is show you, with the tremolo controls on about half each, I'm going to wind the volume back so we get more of a kind of clean sound, and this is the kind of thing that you get. Now what you can do is obviously you can make that more intense by turning the intensity all the way up. Leaving the speed where it is, you now get this kind of thing. So again, it's great for that authentic valve-driven tremolo. And just to give you an idea of what it's like if you go nuts with it, this is with the speed and intensity both on full. Now this is with the speed all the way back. So that's pretty much it. That's a snapshot of the Marshall 1962 hand-wired. Definitely worth checking out. And for more information on this and others in the range, please head to your local Marshall dealer.